This is the Disney 1 month overview reading for October 2022. It's currently September 20th, 2022, 8:52 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior, we have an important high here. It's a cash out opportunity at a high. But my sense is that what I'm being shown is a higher high and a cash out opportunity in November. So there's a high here, but there's a high in November. There's a high here to cash out on, and then there's another high in November. And it's crossed with an opportunity to position oneself in both directions. So in other words, the high that we meet, there'll be a lower point at which there'll be a lower price level and a higher price level compared to that point in the near future, lower point and a higher point. So you can utilize that information to determine where you want to place a trade. And that'll be within the midst of some volatility. And it looks like there's a real notable breakdown in the second week of October. There's a notable high and then a notable breakdown there. Behavior around the month's high. We established support at the month's high. There's multiple headwinds that push us down from that high. But it'll be a significant price level that we establish support at least temporarily. And there'll be a big move to reach it, like from wherever we come from price-wise, like there'll be a big move to reach the high. Behavior around the low for the month, there's going to be a prominent move higher out of the low, and it'll stand out, like the move will be very prominent on a 1 month chart, very pronounced. It could be another case of like creating a new support as well. All right, so on the first we have, over the weekend, before the 3rd of October, over that weekend, there's something spoken on probably on the news. I mean, like a speech or something like that. Whatever's spoken, like that advice can be trusted. On the 3rd, we have out of a decline, where we have a notable decline on at least a 1 day chart. It's going to stand out, and it's an opportunity to open up a long position, and this is like on a short-term swing trade kind of basis. And we move out of the decline all the way from the bottom of the range to the top of the range on a 1 day chart, a significant range. On the 4th, it looks like there's a lot of movement to higher either on the 3rd or overnight or early on the 4th, or all of that combined, but there's a lot of price movement. However, on the 4th, it looks like we established support. We're moving sideways, like along support with equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow and outflow. That's an opportunity there as correlated to the Princess of Swords here with the yellow. That's an opportunity right there to that, whatever that price level is that will be rotating sideways along. That's going to be a good midpoint for a straddle or a strangle. That's an option strategy. It's a little bit more advanced. I wouldn't say it's more like an intermediate option strategy. And then on the 5th, it looks like we have a minor crest for the month. There's the completion of a rally. We establish a support level we establish a support level in the midst of that rally, and there's a completion there. And it looks like there may even be a notable decline towards the end of the day on the 5th. With a low at the end of the day. On the 6th, we have another decline that'll stand out on a 1 day chart, and it offers an opportunity to open up a long position. And there's a price level there as well that's going to be a significant price level. We're going to take a big move out of oversold territory, or to fill a previous gap down. We're going to take a big move up to reach the day's high on the 6th. and another notable drop to reach a day's low on the 6th, and that notable drop will offer an opportunity to open up a long position, which could be sold the very next day on the 7th, in the midst of a move higher through a resistance level. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through that same price level shortly thereafter. There's a swing trade opportunity there in the midst of a rally higher. There's an opportunity to open up a long position. Looks like over the weekend there's quite a lot of price movement. There's quite a lot of price movement, and we have the unicursal early on in October here. What's interesting is that kinetically we have this Aeon card, which is supposed to be in the spot of the Monday the 10th, but when I threw down the reverse clairvoyant anchors and the ruins, it like flew. Like when one of them knocked it just like flew, like a really big move, covering this like significant area over here. So my sense is that the rally probably is stretched a little bit, and due to like some car, for whatever reason, they're not able to pinpoint it exactly where it needs to be, so it's stretched a little bit. It looks like it looks like we move higher on interesting. So it should be mixed on Monday, but there's going to be a big move towards the beginning of the day on Monday, and it looks like likely in the midst of that move, or if not, it was probably on the 7th that we would want to have. I'll probably be opening up protection here, like puts that expire out past, probably that expire on the 21st, and looking to sell them on the 13th. But if that ends up not being the prime place to purchase those puts, then I'd say probably towards the end of the day on Tuesday, in the midst of a big move higher. And Tuesday is, the majority of the day is a decline from overbought territory, from an overbought crest and overbought territory on RSI. Multiple false bottoms on the 12th. More price movement. So again, guys, the sequence of events that I'm saying, like, this could be pushed out a little bit. So like we could see the rally continue here, and then we see lows here. It's possible based on what I'm sensing here, but more than likely here. So let's say the lows probably somewhere between like the 11th and the 18th. But very likely it's on the 13th. Okay, most likely on the 13th. So multiple multiple false bottoms, some sort of fake out on the 12th, and we have a correlation to a month's low there on the 12th. It's very likely like the 12th, 13th, somewhere in there, there's a low. Off of that low, we have a big move higher, and it offers an opportunity to open up a short position on a one-day chart. Not on like a swing, not necessarily on like a swing trade kind of basis, but possibly. It depends on how much we move. On the 13th, the same thing. We have a rally higher out of a low, but the same thing. We have in the midst of that rally, an opportunity to open up a short position. On the 14th, we have another minor crest, or matter of fact, we likely have like, these are likely highs for the month here, unless we do have that sharp dip and it doesn't get stretched. So there's two possible things that could happen. We could have the highs here, or we could have the high on the 19th. So just look out for that. But the low is definitely somewhere around here as well, the 12th, 13th. That's my sense. And then we have another, it looks like another drop here between like the 19th and the 24th, and that would go in line with October's reading. We have a pop and drop here early in the second week, and then we have a dip here, and a high in the third week, and high correlator towards the end of the month as well. So very similar pattern going on there. My sense is that Disney is hit hard by this. Oh, matter of fact, let me back up on that. I think they take a pretty significant dip, but they may come back pretty fast, actually. We'll see. Let's get into that. So, another peak or crest here on the 14th. We established a key support level on a 1 month chart, at least temporarily, and that's in the midst of a rally along a diagonal trend line that breaks through horizontal resistance, meets a secondary resistance, and then pulls back to somewhere between those two. On the 17th, we have we revisit a past opportunity, a recent opportunity at a support level, so we may see the low again somewhere right around here. And we'll do so when we have a sharp dip within a period of sideways rotation. On the 18th, oh, and then also in the one day low for the 17th offers an opportunity in the midst of a prominent decline on a 1 day chart, an opportunity to open up a long position. We have the halting of a rally on the 18th, marked by a decline through key support level. And then it looks like on the 19th we have a move high. We have an agreement between two leaders, or merger of some kind, something along those lines. But there's a prominent high or crest right around the 19th as well. Choppy, guys. I wish I could be clearer for you, but we're doing this during retrograde, so keep that in mind. I am recording this during retrograde, so things aren't as clear. I'm trying to just leave out parts that seem very unclear to me and just give you the clearest parts. So there may be parts that are really missing, but it's the best I can do during retrograde, my friends. Okay, and so we have a notable decline at the end of the day after we establish a support level on or at least we touch a support level for a little bit, like a higher support level on the 19th, and we're talking about on a 1 month chart. We have a decline, so there's likely like a move higher and then a move back down, like an equally distant move back down. Either that or there's a holding pattern with a pop and then a drop. On the 20th, we have another swing trade opportunity, and this is in the midst of a strong rally, an opportunity to open up a short position again. So to be clear, on the 12th and the 13th, those rallies that offer opportunities to open up short positions, those are probably like really short-term, if not like same-day kind of trades. This one over here on the 20th, this seems more appropriately like there's going to be a trough somewhere around the 24th as well, like the 21st to the 24th. So a pop higher on the 19th, 20th, we have that month's high, and then we meet a critical resistance level, which is also a price level at which we want to be able to position ourselves in both directions, as that price level being the mean point. And by that I mean opening straddle or strangle or something like that. And there's a lot of volatility on the 21st. On the 24th, looks like there's a prominent trough or another month's low, or a prominent trough here on the 24th, but there's a prominent reversal that'll stand out on a 1 month chart there on the 24th as well. And in the midst of a sharp decline on a 1 day chart on the 24th, there's an opportunity to open up a long position. Looks like on the 25th, we have a big move higher on a 1 month chart to reach a distant resistance level. So we probably have a pretty sharp drop from this high here. Because this is a big move higher and it doesn't take us to another high from what I can tell. So big move to the upside on the 25th and that rally offers an opportunity to open up a short position again. Looks like the following day we have a U-shaped dip. Another rally out of there, Ace of Wands. We have an Ace of Wands opportunity all 4 of these days, which is interesting. The Ace of Wands, it correlates to the low, so we could very likely have a low right here and a low right here. It's a very, very tricky October, guys. We're coming out of retrograde. We're basically in the shadow, the post-shadow of retrograde from the 3rd. through the 16th. So the first 2 weeks should be really, really choppy. And we should see like some sort of reversal over there. But again, really, really choppy, guys. Really, really choppy. Okay, so on the 27th, there's a decline to and through a support level. On a 1 month chart, we do a reversal below that support level and then return to reuse it as support. These could really be lows right here. If we're on like a sharp decline, which is very possible with the Ace of Discs, we meet an important level and then we fall from there. This could be another low or bottom for the month here because this is just a cluster of Ace of Wands. They correlate directly to the low. It's interesting. Oh my gosh, what if it's... What if it's a lower low each? It could be a lower low each day. It's very possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. Okay, so just be careful this month of October, my friends. And it looks like the following month there's going to be a higher high and another opportunity, if not a better opportunity, to cash out on a long position. Remember, you want to be positioned at it looks like around the price levels that are around the 4th, the 14th, and the 21st. We want to position ourselves using those price levels as the mean point. And what's interesting is that all three of those are within close proximity. All three of those dates are in very close proximity to a higher or a minor crest for the month. So my sense is that at the upper end of the range on a 1 month chart, we want to position ourselves with a straddle or strangle because we're going to go higher, but there's a dip also in the midst of that move higher. So some good money to be made there. On the 28th, we have a sideways S decline, 2 declines with an incline in between, and they go from a resistance level to a support, back to a resistance, back to a support. There's an attempt to establish key support level there as well, and it looks like we have another crest or prominent high here towards the 28th, 31st. The 31st may be a month's high, either that or we have a month's high in the following month, like a higher high than the month's high in the following month. And that's Disney for October 2022, my friends. Wish I could be a bit clearer for you, but again, it's Mercury retrograde at the time of this recording. With that said, don't forget to like, subscribe. Guys, we're blowing up. Really appreciate it, guys. It's been a lifetime of struggle and hard work to get here, in the face of people telling me I was crazy. So I really, much love to you all. Thank you so much. So don't forget that rule of karma, my friends. Make sure you're paying it forward, pay a little bit back, and make sure you're spending it out of love. As long as you spend that out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. I'll see you on the next one.